Oh, here we go.
Fuck. All right.
What is up, YouTube land? It's your boy G11, joined by Sus and Jude in the building. How y'all doing today?
Hey, you know how it is.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Me too, man. Me too. He said, I'm black and I'm proud. Hey, you know, Jude took his spot back on top, man.
Well, because I was in here first.
Were
So I'm just gonna say, admin writes a bitch.
Oh.
Admin don't mean shit.
Admin put me on top now, didn't
You
it?
can admin these nuts. The fuck?
Hey, admin did get him on top, though. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But look, I got a couple of good topics for us to get
Sorry.
into tonight. But last week, Jude did something that I thought was pretty dope, man. Where he did the would you rather questions. So I got a couple that I want to start off with, just to
Oh.
get the juices going.
Oh boy.
All right. So you ready for the first one?
Yeah.
fuck it. Let's
All
go.
right. This one's kind of heavy though. I'm gonna start off heavy and then we'll go light. Oh
That's
my god.
that's not
Oh
how
my
this
God.
works.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm doing
like,
the
damn, give it to us easy first. Shit.
all right,
Didn't
all
set
right.
us off with. Didn't set us on the trip for depression and life thinking.
Well, check it. Here you go. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Would you rather be one-legged or one-handed, my guy?
I mean, sorry, one-legged. Fuck it, one-legged. Fuck it.
Really?
Yep. Fuck it, one-legged.
Do I get to choose the hand I lose?
No, fuck that. One-legged.
Yeah, you get to choose which hand.
All right, I'm a righty, so I guess it's just gonna have to get rid of the stranger.
Fuck that. I am choosing a leg. You can just
Really?
chop it off.
Look, I still got to
fuck
do PT test right now, man. I can still be an effective recruiter with one arm.
That's true. You can't.
Bruh.
Who's gonna want to join up if I got one leg?
Looking like Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
You know, I think I would choose the arm as well, man. I'm not gonna lie, because like I'm right-handed too, so I could live without my left hand. The stranger, you know what I'm saying?
But you just fucked. You fucked. You can't grab shit like for the rest of your life. Even if you got a prosthetic, that you will have that ghost sensation of grabbing shit.
Oh, wait a minute. Jazzman said one-handed don't got a stroke game without both legs.
Hey, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. You can sit there and give it the business with one leg.
What?
Hey, wait. Better yet, is it the whole leg or just like it's like knee down?
Whoa!
It's a
We
leg,
just got
oops.
monetized. Why?
No, that
you said it's
comment
the
is
whole
fake.
leg, like all the way to my hip.
It's you losing a leg or an arm, sis.
Bruh, you said one hand. Fuck you mean? And
Look,
a
the
leg,
question
that is a
was-
part of my leg. That is a part of my leg. Is my like from the knee down.
From the
Give
knee
me
down.
that. Give me that at least.
Okay, you get the knee. You get to keep the knee.
All right,
God dang.
boom. I'm running with the leg because hey, that nub. We going back on his what they said. That nub,
Oh my
just
God.
plant that bitch in the mattress and just go and just rock off that motherfucker.
Wait. Say goodbye to that YouTube money. I think we still good, Jazz. I think we still good. All right, so that was a funny one. That was a good one. All right, let me see. I got another good one. So this one's gonna make you think a little bit. All right, you ready?
I can think a little bit.
All right, here we go.
Just a little.
Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Well, I guess I'm losing my job. I don't need to speak to people anymore.
What about you, Seth? What you think?
Technically,
I'll write my way into recruitment.
Oh
But
God!
if you can't, but if you, I don't know. That is a tough one.
Yeah, it's making me think.
Would you rather lose the ability to
I will
read?
sign with my one hand.
See, if you went with the leg, you could sign with both hands.
Here we go. Jazz says he's going to give up the ability to read. So much of life can be an email.
See,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of.
Or he chooses read. He chooses read. I think that's.
Yeah, he's choosing read.
He's choosing.
All I got to do is send that quick email.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
And fuck it. I'd rather keep my voice. I can't read. I'm illiterate as fuck. Anyway, so let's go.
Okay, so I'll put it this way. If I lose the ability to speak, you'll never have to hear the sound of "Go Fortress Warrior" ever again.
I mean, I can live without that. That's fine. But like my thing is that's how most people communicate nowadays. So I'm not.
Oh, wait. We got a good question. How does sign language function in this?
How does sign language factor in? Well, you could use sign language if you give up your ability to speak.
But you can't read.
No, if you.
So look, if you don't speak, you can still use sign language, and you can still read.
Yeah.
But if you can't read, actually, if you can't read, how do you know what your cards do?
Exactly.
No wonder you swung at Fortress Warrior. You can't read anyway.
You can learn.
You don't even need to make
from
me
muscle memory.
Learn from muscle memory. You hit him once.
Oh, you can deduce like, oh, this card does this and this does that.
No, fam, you can't do none of that if you can't read.
No, but like who? Honestly, who reads nowadays anyway?
Me.
I read everything.
You don't read. Shut up.
I read every day.
All right.
I would.
Yeah, you do actually. We do actually read almost every day, but like,
yeah.
No, it was this last one before we clown on this man too much about Fortress Warrior.
Are you ready? So this last one is all right. I'll let y'all read it. Here you go.
Well, I'm already ugly, so
he already ugly. I don't know. Can I get a little bit of both? Can I be?
No, man. It's one or the other. You either gotta be handsome and dumb or smart and ugly.
I'm already ugly, so
there's already people like this in the world. So what's the difference?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we've talked about a few of them.
But which one you choose? That's the point.
Look, I'm already ugly. Just give me my intelligence.
Damn, you ain't even smart. Okay.
Yeah. Why else would I play Fortress Warrior?
But see, if you handsome, you get handsome privilege. Or, you know, if you want to be beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Life is just a little bit easier, I think.
Boy, I'm already married. What else do I need in my life?
Fuck it. I'm stupid as a motherfucker, but I'm look good doing it.
No wonder you keep swinging at Fortress Warrior. You can't read, you're dumb.
Wait.
What are you good for?
Kay says they would rather be stupid too. They don't have to think about extra things. Hey, so Sus, you ain't the only one, bro.
They call men dumb anyway.
Yeah, but most of us are ugly, man. Like, we dumb and ugly.
You right.
We can't be both. We gotta be ugly and smart or handsome and dumb.
Bro, I can't help that man. He ugly and dumb. That's his law.
Let me get to the topic, God dog it.
Hey, no. But if you think about it, which is what this is pretty much what goes on in society anyway. You can use your good looks to make other people do the smart shit for you.
So now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this real quick. You already can't read, you're handsome, but how long is not having that leg gonna keep people with you?
Why are we stacking these?
And you're missing the legs.
Why are we stacking this shit? I'm dumb, I can't read, and I got one leg. What the fuck? That's some bullshit.
But you handsome, so
look, at least I can give you that standing ovation.
But hey, at least I can give you a round of applause.
Y'all are ignorant as heck, man. Oh, wait a minute. Kay says, what does the panel feel about eye ladies? What's eye ladies?
Hey, ladies, nuts on your face, you dumb.
Damn, Damn, got your ass.
I already hit you with this before.
Got you.
Listen.
How are you gonna get it from two people?
Damn.
Listen,
And this time it was on stream.
It was.
Ladies,
That got me good. Okay, I'll give you that one. I wasn't thinking about that one.
You fucked up.
Man, how can you be ugly and this stupid?
Look, Gotti, mod, please.
He tried to become moderator.
We gotta. What mod you up, K? What mod you up? Oh man, K and K's always here for this stuff, so appreciate you tuning in. But that was, a little lighthearted joke to get us started on our endeavors for this afternoon. I thought you guys would get a good one of those. Is it? Oh my God. It is evening. It's 8:00. I set it up. Oh my days.
Bruh.
Yeah. So let's get in.
So let's get in, right? The first thing before we get to Joe, I wanted to do a quick hit. What's that?
Huh?
Oh my days. Before we get to Joe Rogan, I wanted to do a quick hit on our girl Whoopi Goldberg. So she recently made some comments on the Big H, man. She said some wild stuff, and I got a little.
I want to know what was said exactly because I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been really paying attention since I've been dealing with the stuff I've been dealing with. So
I know. Here, I'll pull it up on the stream here so you can see. I got this article from The Wrap, and essentially she said the Big H wasn't about race, right? So I'll let you hear it from the horse's mouth. Here we go.
Well, also, if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it because the Holocaust isn't about race. No, it's not about race. It's about
a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about.
But it's about white supremacy. It's about
but
going
it's
after
not. It's
Jews.
not.
I just gotta say, man, them women did not age well on that show, bro. They are
damn,
looking,
Rose.
they looking like some rough grandmas there, bro.
Not about
ideal race.
But these are two white groups of people.
Well, they also have to black people
see
too.
them as white
And they
But you're missing the point.
So I'm gonna stop it there. What you guys think about it?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this all kicked off with, and I'm gonna try to keep this as a lighthearted statement by quoting the uncensored Fusion Reborn and bringing up how, hey, they made a cameo from a certain individual who saw Goten and Trunks roll up, turn Super Saiyan, and his exact words were, blonde hair, blue eyes, I should recruit them.
Whoopi Goldberg. Dude, wow. No, I mean, that's right. You're absolutely right. And then they wanted everyone recruited to be blonde hair and blue eyes.
Like that was supposed to be the perfect people were of lighter complexion, blonde hair, blue eyes, and if you were not there, you were less.
So that just, I mean, what you think, Sus, before I give my opinion on it?
I honestly don't know. I'm lost because
well, so her premise, she says the Big H wasn't about race because it was two of the same skin tone. She's saying the Germans had the same skin tone as the people they were putting down, basically, the Jewish people.
So they were going after essentially, not essentially, but they in theory they were going after their own kind, which is not necessarily true.
I don't know. To me, her statement is just wild, bro. I think it's just absolutely insane.
What
she would say that.
I didn't get to see the whole thing, but what facts does she have to support it? Just because they're both white or both of a fair skin tone? What? What's the difference?
I don't know what made her say that statement, man. To be honest, that's
probably just a surface level view because based on what she's saying, it's easy to turn around and say that she's not wrong, but she's not correct. Because once you know where these factors were going, again, the Aryan race was the superior race, and if you were not there, you were obviously lesser. Their entire goal was to go out and eliminate the lesser beings to make a better world, so to speak.
Which was crazy because the leader of that thing, we'll call him H. He wasn't even what he was trying to like make it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the blonde hair, the blue eyes neither. But for her to say, to just boil it down to inhumanity and say it wasn't about, I don't know. But she didn't even get fired for that statement. She got suspended for a couple weeks, and then she threatened to, quit the show and all this other stuff. Real quick, Jasmine says, I think just in how non-Hispanic people can see Mexicans and Puerto Ricans the same, Whoopi can't see the difference between the Germans and the Jews. That's a good point.
That makes sense. I kind of agree with that, because like that's just like how like you said, how there's Latinas and Hispanics and Mexicans and what is all these like different races, but like they all kind of coincide with one another. Yeah. And then for like what Germans, not Jews, sorry, Germans,
French,
Dutch,
English, Russian.
It's very surface level thinking. It's so surface level, and
the only thing that's the difference is where they were born and how they were raised. Like
I wouldn't say that to a Jewish person. I'm just
that's just like us. Us, we come in 50 shades of dark.
I know we're not all the same,
but we are considered the same, culture. Or
big facts.
Yeah, and then for I don't know, man. It's just, I think it's just baseless statements that has no real backing of knowledge behind it, or I could be wrong. But again, I didn't see the whole video, so I'm just going off of what I saw.
Well, that was pretty much, that clip was what got her in hot water. I mean, do y'all think she should have got fired for that?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we've seen people get fired for less.
Yes, we have. What's her name? Gina Carano? Serrano, is that how you say her name? She was on Star Wars. She got fired for sharing a meme. That was kind of crazy.
The one that was in The Mandalorian? What was it? I think it was. I forgot. It's been a minute since that happened.
Oh, here we go. Kay says, it seems to me she was just trying to talk about how it was cruel and inhuman, how things happen. She just ironed out her brain before she... That's very possible, too.
And that could be... Because if you say before you think, you fuck up.
Yeah, especially on live TV. I just thought it was weird because Whoopi Goldberg actually practices Judaism too. Like, I don't know if you guys knew that, but like she adopted that religion. So that's why it was so crazy with her saying that. I was like, what the Whoopi, what you talking about? A big thing with the big H. There was a big decide between what was believed the Nordic races and the Slavic races, Norwegians versus Russians. Yeah. You know your history, fam. That's a big point.
This guy's gonna make his WAPS test.
Hey, you gotta make sure you hit yours too, man.
You shut up.
Well, I mean, all in all, like, I don't want her to be deplatformed or lose her job, because this is just my opinion. What are you talking about? You just said it on the stream.
I didn't mean to say.
Supposed to call them short persons, man. But I don't think she should get fired or deplatformed or any of that stuff. I think this is just a lesson to her about just kind of enunciating and building your message up and getting it out clearly and fully before you say something that's just kind of wild. Because maybe she didn't, but it is what it is. So Whoopi Goldberg, I think she's going to be back on the set in a couple weeks, and it'll just be business as usual with her. So, but that happened recently. What else we got in the works? We got our homie Dave Chappelle was in the hot water this week too.
When isn't he in hot water though?
That's true.
And is known for controversy.
I know he's always in hot water with the alphabet people. Whenever he does his stand-up specials, he just goes hard in the paint. I'll tell you what. But recently he's been in the news because the initial headline that came out was Dave Chappelle against affordable housing, right? So, firstly, I want to think, what do you guys think about when you hear the term affordable housing? Because I know what I think.
My guess would be fucking exactly how it sounds: a housing or a living situation that is affordable.
I mean, does it? What about
Doesn't
you,
imply it can mean a majority of things, but off the top of my dome, it just means something that is for, let's say, because that means that would make it low income housing. Something, yeah, I would say on the same premise as low income housing. That's what I think.
What about you, Jude?
Mine's along the same line of thinking where you're looking at what folks are doing, how they're able to maintain and giving them something within their means to take care of themselves.
Okay. Well, so yes, that is the I would agree that's the definition of what affordable housing is, but I know when I hear that word, I immediately think like Section 8,
shit like that.
types. I think of Pookies and Ray Rays. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Bruh man. Oh wait, damn it, can't see my hand. Bruh man from the fifth floor, but hold on.
Bruh man from the fifth floor. Oh look, just cheaply and badly constructed houses under a pretty name. That's true too. But
no, that's not the case all the time, because I do drywall, and like some of these lower income housing aren't that bad.
Well, the point,
they ain't the prettiest, but
the point I was trying to get at though is like when you, and my bad, like when you hear affordable housing, you kind of start thinking about all the stuff that comes with it,
right?
Like, all
ignorant
the people
ass tenants,
yes, people who don't care, people who tear up stuff,
badass kids,
Those kids.
It was usually the people who get the affordable housing bring all the crazy shit with them. You feel me?
Right.
So that's like when I hear that, because I lived in Section 8 at one point when I was in Maryland. I was, when we were in like Montgomery County, we were in Section 8. And that was the hood, bro. Like I had my bike stolen while I was out there. I'm still salty about that bike.
26 years later, that's my bike.
Oh no. Yeah, I put it out on the porch one day, and then I went out the next day, gone.
No,
nobody saw nothing.
No shit though. Like I feel you, because like I had my Game Boy, like the fucking SP, the one you can like flip like a cell phone. I had that stolen. Like I was pissed. Granted, I've never been in Section 8 housing. Never have. I've been
at least y'all got robbed in your own country.
Yeah, that's right. Well, but they tried to get your shoes.
Yeah,
tried.
Oh,
that
they
was successful.
That's right. They did get your shoes.
But I've been in lower income housing before, and I know how that has a bad stigma around it. And
it has a terrible stigma.
I've been everything besides Section 8. I've been homeless. I've been in the mud.
So I want to ask you this, both of y'all. If you so say like let's jump ahead like 10 years. All of us are successful. Y'all live in a nice neighborhood, and like property values are good. You guys are doing well, and then the idea gets proposed by your local council that affordable housing should be made near where you live. What would you even care?
It depends on where it is, honestly, in my viewpoint, because
like it's right in your backyard.
Your house
right in your backyard.
It depends on what kind of house I have then. Because if I have like say almost let me say $750,000 house, and it's just made affordable, just little Ray and JoJo down the street. Yeah, I can understand. It's not
you
fair.
Feel some type of way?
Yeah, but life ain't fair. People are giving, like, I just saw this story. Not too long ago, where this guy is in this house I think he paid $16 for this $300,000 house.
$16.
He paid, and I think it's called like an adverse mortgage or something. Basically, there's no running water in the house. The original owner,
it's just a straight house.
Yes, it's a whole house. Whole house, land, the whole property. He basically, the original owner lost or had the bank foreclose on it, and then the bank itself went out of business. So he filed an affidavit for an adverse possession of the house, which was like $16 to file this fucking shit. And he's squatting in the house. Well, not squatting. He is taking up residence in this house. And in 3 years of him being in this house, he has the right to basically go and get the
like
title for
squatters' rights is what you're talking about.
No. It's not squatters' rights, because he literally went about it in a unconventional way, but it's a legal process.
Oh, he found a loophole.
Yeah, and he has to stay in that house for 3 years. Then he can go to the courts and ask them for the deed to the house.
That's weird.
I
feel like there's more to it, though.
The neighbors, the neighbors are pissed because like they want him to buy the house instead of just because they think he moved in just squatting and all that. But no, and they even called the cops on him, and like the cops can't even do anything because that's a civil matter instead of a criminal matter.
Well, here's the thing: like I'm not a real estate guru by any stretch of the imagination, but like, if you're in a nice neighborhood and then, all the property values are decent, and then you get someone who doesn't like take care of their property, they let the grass grow, and this can just be anybody. I'm just talking in general. Doesn't apply to any specific race or anything, right? But you get neighbors move in who don't take care of the property, and it looks bad. Well, when it comes time to try to sell your house, your property value is going to go down,
right?
And even if you're just close to a bad neighborhood, your values are going to go down. You know what I mean? So, I mean that's just my take on that whole situation. But I figured it'd be interesting to see what you guys thought about affordable housing, if that even came to y'all's mind with the Pookie and Ray Ray part.
So for me, I just have to ask, is this before I take the pill to send myself back to when I was 6 years old? Or,
God damn it.
Or the me that is stuck here having to deal with whatever I'm dealing with?
You stuck, bro.
You stuck. So you that stuck.
Oh, well, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. I'm living on Okinawa.
He said, I ain't going to have a house over here in the States.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all want to see me overseas.
I feel that.
See me on FaceTime.
Japan was pretty dope. I ain't going to lie.
I want to go. I seriously want to go.
Oh, you definitely got to take a trip.
But
or get stationed there.
Hopefully.
But here's the deal. So with Dave Chappelle, and this is why he was under fire. He didn't actually block an affordable housing plan. So I'm gonna pull this up so y'all could. Ohio Village scraps plan with affordable housing after Dave Chappelle threatens to pull his business because he's building some stuff over there, right? He called the village council clowns and proposed a restaurant and a comedy club in his hometown would be off the table. So basically, it was some type of zoning ordinance, included dozens of affordable housing units after opposition, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to get down to the meat of it. That was the initial thing. Okay, so it was a meeting in December. Chappelle told the council he was adamantly opposed and that he has invested millions of dollars in the town, which he has. He claims Ohio, that's where his crib is. Loves that town because it's wherever, right? Adding, if you push this thing through, what I'm investing in is no longer applicable. So he's not even going to build his businesses there now. After the meeting with the Yellow Springs community, Chappelle wondered why the council would pursue the housing plan while it kicks out a $65 million a year company. That's what he's bringing. I'm trying to find where it breaks down what was the actual plan, because it wasn't just affordable housing. Okay, so this is it down here in this part. 3 out of the 143 lots would have been for future affordable housing. The rest of the homes were to be priced between 250 and upwards of 600,000. That's not affordable housing.
3 out of the 100 and some odd.
Right. So that's what he was opposed to, because it wasn't ever actually an affordable housing plan. It was just a small piece of this thing that we're trying to push through. That's why he was opposed to it. So the way the article dropped initially with CNN and all those other mainstream folks is that, oh, Dave Chappelle blocked an affordable housing plan. He doesn't want the poor in Ohio. Like, no, that's not the case.
It's yeah, I could see that. I could see a misunderstanding being blown out of proportion.
Right.
But
even down here, it was not intended, nor was it described as an affordable housing development. Our staff worked for over a year to get the best deal we could, given the alternative that we now will have of upper middle class single family homes. Right. So that's really like, that's the whole thing with that. So it's not that he was actually against the plan, but he wanted it to be a legit thing if that's what they're going to do. Affordable housing. So like true affordable housing. I don't think he really is against the Pookies or the Ray Rays.
Right.
So we had to clarify that one up. But let's get into. Oh, any final thoughts on the Dave Chappelle thing, y'all?
I still love Dave.
I know Dave.
He's
Chappelle,
funny.
He's the homie.
He's funny.
He make me laugh long time. I know. That
All
was
right,
bad.
you need to stop.
yeah. Just chill.
I'm gonna get canceled. Speaking of
We
cancellation,
just started.
We doing this shit legit now, and you want to fuck it up.
Oh, well, here we go. It's the Gina Serrano situation again. The media takes something way out of context to get clicks and stir up anger. Absolutely. With the Dave Chappelle thing, and it's the same thing with Joe Rogan.
Man,
Right?
is this still the bullshit with him getting taken off of Spotify, and now it's just transgressing into some more dumb shit?
So if you guys remember, it was like musicians that were trying to get Joe Rogan off of the podcast, off of Spotify, right? So first it was that Neil Young guy, then you had India Arie came out, which is like, what? India Arie? Like, what?
What the fuck?
And
What?
Yeah. A couple other musicians came out.
Why?
They were
It's
like
a fucking podcast. Is it so hard? Like, bruh is doing his own thing. You doing yours. Just because y'all don't agree with the fucking viewpoint of one another, you want to fucking childish.
Well, this is where it gets a little muddy, right? Because, and I think Joe Rogan described it perfectly. He said it was like a political hit job. So that's when you start hearing about the left and the right. I don't like to get too political, but this whole
what
thing.
What the fuck did you just change that to?
Yeah, Jude, he did
Don't
change
worry about
picture.
me.
It's another waifu. Oh my days.
Don't worry about me.
You had
I'm just going back to that video. See what the viewers want.
Oh my days.
Don't worry
real
about
quick. Kay, she said articles go miles out of their way for that one true or untrue headline to bury people they hate. That is absolutely true. But that's where the political part comes in, right? So the thing is these musicians, and these are like older musicians, they came out because they felt like Joe Rogan was giving misinformation on the jab and the big C. I'll call it the big C. We can't say the actual word because YouTube doesn't like it.
I miss the jab. I miss referring to it as the jab. It could easily be mistaken for getting punched in the face. It could be exactly what it is.
Right. But here's the thing, right? I feel like if you're gonna take information from a podcast on your personal health decisions, you got a problem. What are you doing listening to Joe Rogan on medical advice? You know what I'm saying? Like he never says take my advice, listen to me. He literally just talks about this stuff the same way we have our discussions about things. So I don't even think he's spreading misinformation, but that's what they tried to propose it as, right? So Spotify, there was like, nah, we'll keep Joe. Y'all can bounce. Take y'all music. So that was the first part of that. Then this is where Joe got in the hot water again.
Stupid waifu.
Oh yeah, Sus done changed his waifu picture too.
Hater.
So
I'm just saying, at least mine made it through the whole series for a while. Yours just got relegated out.
Damn.
Yeah, why you gotta do me like that?
He says,
I mean, mine's is even part of an app game. Where's yours at?
It is it.
I'm sure y'all are confusing the hell out of the viewers too.
Probably, but it's okay. Hold on.
Oh, here.
I mean, if you are taking what you hear from Joe Rogan as absolute fact, you deserve what happens to you. That's survival of the fittest.
It is. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, who would take? Listen, Joe Rogan. He's a stand-up comedian. He did Fear Factor. This is the man who made people eat bugs so they could win money. Like,
one point that. Never mind. I won't bring that up here.
Yeah, you know what? Fucking.
I don't remember if it was a Dave Chappelle skit or if it was actually true, but
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, you know Chappelle's show when he did the whole Joe Rogan thing, and then it was like you got to eat this phallus.
Oh
yeah. Like I don't remember if that was an actual like Fear Factor thing or that was just something he said to freak people out. But
no, he gave him Rocky Mountain oysters, but no, the Chappelle. Chappelle made this. Oh no.
Yo, but that's what I'm saying. Like people are gonna take their advice from, like, come on, like he never claims to be the official on it. He just has discussions, and he brings the professionals onto his show. He literally has everybody on his show.
You know, I've been getting a lot of those alpha brain like advertisements, and like that's his product.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I'm just like, why the fuck?
That's the internet just learning and being sentient.
Yeah, it's just like the shit that's going on, and then like I don't give a fuck about this shit. Oh, take alpha brain to get more energy and be productive. Like what,
bro?
Like, the fuck,
bro? But listen, they really wanted to get him off of the Spotify, off of his show. Like people were just, I don't know what it is, man. But they call it the left. The left really just wanted him out of there, right? Left wanted him out, right? I don't know. I just made it funny to myself.
Boo.
I thought it was funny.
Boo this man.
But I'm gonna let Joe talk about it himself. He did an apology video.
Oh my fucking god!
Because there's a whole compilation. So someone dug through the episodes and the suspect. I showed you this before we came on stream.
Yeah,
I can't show it here because it's like the hard R, like hard R.
They make a compilation of this man saying the N-word at almost every video he's done.
But it's out of context too, because he's not saying it in a way just to be hateful or racist. He's actually referring to someone else who used it at, but I'll let him explain it. It's a quick 3-minute video. Here we go.
Quick 3 minutes.
I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long
I just want to pause for a quick second.
That's a shit.
He's starting to get old now, but I thought about that.
That alpha brain though.
Hey, but the hard R and the N word, like it's kind of true. Like for whatever reason, there's that rule where no other race can say it except black people.
Well, and
Like,
it came about from you know what? I'm gonna read your history. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not going into this.
I mean, yeah, I mean the history is there. Like we know what it was originally used for, but we took it and now we just use it all the time. And
It's not
we get
even
offended.
just us anymore. It's just like I've seen Mexicans and Hispanics and Latinos.
Well, yeah,
Latinos.
cultural appropriation.
Yeah, I've seen them
Especially
use
if you live in New York, yo, like where it's like a big Hispanic population, they live right next to the black population. They're gonna use it
right on the daily. I've
on
the daily. So
I always thought it was weird that we kind of claim that word and we don't let
it is
anyone
a
else
word
say it.
associated with, and I'm not trying to downplay it by any means
Go ahead.
because slavery was a fucking horrible time. Period. It was a horrible period.
It was bad times.
But like we associated with that, and
yeah, but we say it every day.
Yes, but
to each other.
We are still having this grudge or this bad animosity towards something that happened a good while ago. Again, I am not trying to downplay this by any means, but what I say is like slavery was bad, but we have to learn to let I don't know. I don't want to say let it go, but I just have to
forgive but not forget approach.
Yes.
You don't want to keep harping on it.
I want to go with that, and then like I want to say also the fact that nobody can solely claim
a word,
individual word.
Well, because then we end up like, here's the thing, because you see a lot of these modern day groups, modern day feminists, modern day the LGBTQ plus IA organization literally have a banned list of words that you can't say around them, or they consider it hate speech.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But you have to use it in certain contexts for it to be used as hate, like a hate speech.
So that's what Jazzman just said too. Like I said, words of hate means that intention behind the word in context should matter. Otherwise, they turn into unforgivable sins. So context does matter. I agree with you guys. I do. But here's the thing with Joe. Like with his thing, he didn't. There is context to why he was using it. He was talking about comedians. He's having discussion like a lot of black comedians back in the day were saying it on TV. They had it as titles of their programs and stuff like that. So he was having a discussion and just literally using it in that sense, but not like, oh, that hard R over there. You know what I'm saying? I'll let him. I'll break that. I'll let the video go somewhere.
Time when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation and instead of saying the N word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language. Yeah. Because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways. Like if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it and it could be a punchline. It could be a term of endearment. It could be lyrics to a rap song. It could be a positive affirmation. It's a very unusual word, but it's not my word to use. I'm well aware of that now. And there's another clip that I have to address. There's a clip from 11 years ago. I was telling a story on the podcast about how me and my friend Tommy and his girlfriend, we got really high. We were in Philadelphia and we went to go see Planet of the Apes.
Oh, no.
And we didn't know where we were going. We just got dropped off by a cab, and we got dropped off in this all-black neighborhood. And I was trying to make the story entertaining. And I said, we got out, and it was like we were in Africa. It's like we were in Planet of the Apes. I did not, nor would I ever say that black people are apes, but it sure fucking sounded like that. And I immediately afterwards said, that's a racist thing to say. I deleted that whole podcast, but obviously somebody made a clip out of it and taken out of context. It looks terrible, but it looks terrible even in context. It's a fucking idiotic thing to say. And I was just trying to be entertaining. I certainly wasn't trying to be racist. And I certainly would never want to offend someone for entertainment with something as stupid as racism. My sincere and humble apologies. I wish there was more that I could say, but all of this is just me talking from the bottom of my heart. It makes me sick watching that video.
And that's the video.
So
you guys,
and then, like, do you think people will accept that? Do you think that?
Oh, I know people on the left won't. They want blood, man. They want blood.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. He actually just got. What happened? I think Disney removed him off of UFC because I think Disney owns that. Disney owns a lot of stuff, right? But
All right, nice.
But you know, he was a commentator for UFC, and there was a fight that was supposed to happen, I think maybe yesterday, but they pulled him from it. So, like, they're actively trying to censor this guy and make things difficult for him just because. And this is some old shit. Like the all the clips that we watched of him saying the N-word, like 12 years old, 11 years old.
That's why you have to watch, no matter what you do, no matter how long you are on or how long you are, known for. You have to watch what you say because your past will always be brought up against you.
Well, I would argue that you have to move a certain type of way, right? But say what you mean. Say what you mean. You know what I'm saying?
You can be that. You can say that, but you
can change later.
But okay,
it doesn't matter like when it gets brought back up. In this case, like the perfect example, it got taken out. It will get taken out of context, no matter what you say. You can say like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You could sorry. I apologize. I wish I could take it back, but you can't. You can't. What's done is done, and people have already have this stained image of you now because of it.
I don't know, man. So I think the people that actually rock with Joe, like, really know what he's like. I don't think they're stained on his image, you know, or have a stained vision of his image. I think that he said what he said on this podcast, but he didn't have. I feel like his intent was not to be racist. Like, he's actually just having a discussion. Like we established, context does matter. I mean, and now looking back at it, he's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. I apologize, type deal.
Right.
And then you just move on. Like, I don't think that should kill his whole career type thing, like what they're trying to do. Real quick, Jasmine says there's a blurry line between shock humor and humor based on hate. I feel that with his actions, he's shown that he doesn't have hatred based on race in his heart. And let me just pull this up from Kay. I'm gonna let you go against this. What about things that were culturally accepted as jokes a dozen years ago and now subjected to a lynch mob? That is very true too.
That's actually where I was going to go with it.
Yeah.
So mainly, like, again, his discussion going into those comedians, I haven't heard the whole thing, but at least from the context I got, he is basically referring to those jokes and looking at where they got now.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
that's exactly what it was. Yep.
Similar to when we talked, about the subject on when we had Bard on.
Yeah, we're talking about
like
traps.
where is the point that you draw that line versus the context genuinely in that moment or even in that time period where, as Kay stated, it was culturally acceptable.
It was.
Right.
Oh man, people were using it left and right.
You waited here when this person has their own views you disagree with, but it's a period where you now can say, I don't like that. Lighter example being, what was it? I was having a simple conversation with someone, and we were talking about, I want to say, Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And we mentioned something from, episode 4, one of the older movies. Someone got offended because that was a spoiler to them because they hadn't seen the movie from all the way back then.
Lord have mercy.
But again, back then it was fine.
Right.
It's old. It's what folks enjoyed at that time. So why are we here where you're upset that I have this knowledge?
Right.
And like, you can't say nobody's innocent of making a harmless. I'm doing air quotations. Harmless.
We can't see, but air quotations. Got you.
I'm doing but like those harmless jokes, we've all made jokes like you after you say it, you're like, damn, that's fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. But it was, everybody knew it was a joke at the time. Most of the stuff that can be taken out of context is a in the moment discussion where the mood and the atmosphere of the shit being said. There is a certain way you can say things and it not be taken so critically. Like we make jokes all the time, and
listen, I've seen some of the comments. Some people get a fit. Like, now we live in an age, right? Like Jasmine says, it's almost like we regressed in acceptance. You can literally just say anything, and if it just varies a little bit from how they feel about the topic, someone's gonna be upset.
They will get an army of people who agree with their ideology to back them up.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're just the loudest too, though. That's the other thing. I don't know. I definitely think we're in the time period now where it's just like people are trying to cancel and censor everything, and they will dig 12 years into your past to find something that, while it was acceptable back then, is just like fucking horrible now.
Because people who want to see you be taken down will go out of their way to find any criminal, anything derogatory or criminally, against you.
But you know what I think? The way you handle that is you just like, yeah, I said that shit. I said it. But this was my mindset at that time. This is where I'm at now. Basically, how Joe did
mindset from breakfast. The fuck?
Wait, here we go.
10% of Twitter users make 90% of the traffic. The outspoken minority.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's literally, and that's real life. It's usually a minute group that is just the loudest on these topics. You know what I mean? And getting their opinions across, and that's just what it is. But I live by this thing. Say what I mean.
Mean what you say.
Mean what you say. Intention is everything. Context is everything too. And you just be able to accept it and move on, And the other piece I was going to say to that is people do change. So like I might have an idea about something today. In a couple years now, my mindset might shift on it. You know what I mean? Because of new information or something I learned, so people, this whole witch hunt stuff is absolutely insane. Oh, look at him. He said the N-word 100 so times. We can't, even some celebrities turn, which I'm not surprised that some celebrities turned their back, and didn't stop giving support to him. But
it's the popularity game.
Well, like, we'll take The Rock, for example. Like, before this happened, The Rock was like, yeah, Joe, stand up for your platform. And then after the N-word thing dropped, The Rock was like, oh, no, I'll take it back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for his career, it makes sense because he can't be associated with someone who even has it attached. But I just think it's crazy. This is the world we live in, y'all. Y'all got any final thoughts on Joe?
Alpha Brain.
Mama.
Joe Mama.
Joe Mama. Y'all some damn clown. I can't never be too serious up here.
Look. Look. Some of these subjects do get tense, and
they do.
You got to break that tense, which is why I'm glad you adapted my my would you rather's.
Yeah, I like those. It's some good thought provoking questions.
I got one
Which
for you though. I'll wait till we're done, but I got one for you that we can
No,
just close off on.
speak it. We
I
go
was gonna
for it.
say I got one more. I got one more, but I'll let you close us out with yours.
All right. So before we say adieu to all of you, would you rather be able to run 200 miles an hour or be able to fly 20 miles per an hour?
Wait, one more time.
So we either going. Oh, well, go ahead and repeat it.
So you can run supersonic speed, like you gonna run like Sonic, 200 miles an hour, or be able to fly 20 miles an hour.
Bruh, I'm flying. I don't give a fuck. Flying? Shit. I'm camping out in the air. What the fuck you mean? I ain't hitting nothing. Maybe a building.
K chooses fly.
Yeah, see? Easy. Flying.
I don't know. I always wanted to go fast.
Gotta
go fast.
Well, and now here is where I ruined this for you because obviously you didn't notice I didn't answer.
Mm-hmm. What's your answer?
How long are those shoes gonna last? You running at 200 miles an hour?
Or you just gotta be assed out barefoot.
Well, see, look, run. If I fly, some envious dude is gonna shoot me.
That is a possibility. That's a possibility. But if you, oh shit, we lost him. He deleted himself.
Well, I guess this is our show now.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh,
who kicked me out?
That's you.
All right, this is our show now. I don't know how we dropped the first time, but we taking over. This week, Sus, it's your episode, right?
Yeah, it's
Give
on
me
me.
my show back.
Hey, get out of here.
This man. See what happened when you give people a little bit of power? This is what happens. Oh,
I don't
my
even.
God.
Okay, first off, I don't even know what happened to you the first time. Second time, I'll admit that was me.
I know. Just so
Yo,
he got canceled.
This is why I got canceled by my own people.
Hey, Google. Hey, from the last few topics, I mean, Google's probably watching you.
Right.
Yo, you know what's crazy? So, all right, little side note before we end, right? I have a LinkedIn account, right? And I updated it recently with some stuff and skill sets, right? So start seeing all these emails about different job stuff. And one of the emails said like FBI. I was like, well, I don't know about that now. That's kind of sus.
Watching you, fam.
Like, what's the FBI want to hire me? I don't know. They're trying to get me. They're trying to get your boy because we talk about some real stuff over here. That's why.
Hey, watch it though. Shake it, Pat. Show me what you're doing.
Hey, but for real, any what? He got suspect out of here.
Really?
Suspect got canceled, y'all. They took him.
Oh man. Oh man.
Why you do that?
I didn't do that shit. Bring your ass back in.
Hey, what the
fuck? Bro, I swear to you. I swear to you, I have no idea what's going on.
See where?
But I'm probably next.
No, I ain't even gonna abuse the power. See, I am a benevolent leader. Okay, all right.
Okay, but benevolent my foot. I literally have no idea what's happening. You both, like some sort of horror. Actually, you know what? If this was a horror movie, this proved everything right here. They took you. They took Sus. They left me. They fell for my real name.
They did. Oh, they did. They're like, oh no, he good.
He good.
They just looked at that name. This name's pretty white.
Okay, so I can't believe the show's falling apart. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. This is some wizardry at work. This is some wizardry. I said FBI and then stuff happened.
Right.
So
you know what? Let me actually close it out with this one with all this nonsense going on.
Go ahead.
For all the viewers out there, final would you rather question before we put a poll in for if you want us to have waifu icons or some to actually represent. Would you rather have a pause button or rewind button on your life?
Whoa, wait, like what's the point of pausing?
So you hit the pause button, you effectively moved in stop time.
Yes, but
Or
nobody
you can just
Oh.
straight up rewind and no one knows.
Well, it's like that one movie.
Yeah,
right?
but like if you pause it, you're just it is everything paused.
Everything's paused. Like,
everything
you're
but you.
pausing time.
How the fuck can you breathe?
I mean, it doesn't stop air.
No, he said everything is paused. The fuck?
I mean, you should still be able to breathe. Your lungs don't stop. Air
Yeah,
is
but everything else around you has stopped.
air is forever around you. You're not gonna run out of air.
But air,
Oh my God.
you said pause on your life. Everything in your life pauses.
Wait, Kay said that's like time travel. So we rewind is correct. Jasmine says rewind. If I paused and died during the pause, I would doom the universe.
Bruh, you're fucked. You leaving them stuck.
Oh my God. This is, I think I would do rewind as well. I like rewind.
Can I have the option to like just give me the remote? Fuck that.
I'm gonna go the opposite of all of you. I'm gonna take that pause button, and the only cue I will give before I end up doing anything is going.
He dropped himself out.
He deleted.
I think he dropped himself out. I think that's what happened. I didn't do anything.
I don't know.
I didn't do anything, and you don't have admin powers.
No, yeah, it
So
wasn't me. I ain't
think
shit. Stingy ass.
He's going with the bit. Oh my days.
Yeah, he stuck with that bit. He stuck with the bit.
There he is. He's
Yo,
back.
this was racist.
He unpaused. Hey, but we hit our hour, gents. Any closing thoughts on anything we talked about tonight?
So to start, Whoopi, please be careful what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, get the context out there. That way people can't keep canceling you. You're a great comedian. I love what you do.
Yep.
Joe.
Mama.
So all of the fans out there, we appreciate it. And if you forgot, don't forget, with every push of this subscription button, we gain one more toward our goal of 2,000.
2,000 by the end of February. So definitely make sure you guys are liking and sharing the content. Does us a huge favor. It gets homie talk out there. I really enjoyed the chat and conversing with y'all. So it makes it even more interactive and fun. It's pretty dope.
Even if we don't agree on everything, even if it's still an experience to learn what everybody's views are.
And if you think Sus is going to try to attack Fortress Warrior one more time, go ahead and hit that. Go ahead and hit that like button.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, and Kay, we'll get you as a mod for the next chat too. I'll add you when we're done here, so you'll have moderation powers. You'll get that little toolbar next to your name.
How the fuck does this man get? You know what?
You have mod powers already, Sus, but you have to actually be in YouTube to do it. Yeah, you have to be in YouTube.
Well, I'm not home. I'm abroad.
But definitely a good talk tonight. As always, thank y'all for joining me on the panel. And then until next time, y'all.
Chris will find out next time what eyelids mean.
Wow, you just dropped his real name.
He did.
Shit.
We've been going so good with it.
Oh, fuck, my fault.
Oh, episode.
Until next time, y'all. Peace.